everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Isle of Berk Claws of Berk. Oh my goodness. A week, 2 weeks has gone by since the last episode, and I am completely exhausted. If you don't know, my health is not very good. I've been struggling a lot with it, with pain management and other symptoms, but I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna sleep for one, and I'm gonna get back and not I'm gonna do stuff. But again, thank you all for being so understanding and stuff. It's very nice. But while I was off dying in my bed, that was a joke. I did some stuff when I could, so it took me practically the whole time to get that area done. I did in like 20-minute segments, which was frustrating because that's about as long as I could sit up, but that and the fact that I moved these dragons that I had found all over here. These guys, ow, I got bonked, but look at them! Isn't it cute? But and then there's these little guys. I really like these little guys. I think they're so derpy. I mean, look at that face. Look at that face. How could you ever say no to that face? Yeah, there's no thoughts. Anyway, this was my first time. It took many tries to figure out how to build spruce trees, and I'm still not sure I like them. Um, I'm not very happy about them, but this is birch and then spruce, so there was highlights, so it contrasted. I got some rocks. It's supposed to be like a mixture between the really big spruce forests and then the smaller ones, but then I also had some bushes and flowers because I liked flowers and I thought it would be nice to have flowers. So there's patches of flowers here and there in this area, but these trees took way too long to build. And this was my test tree, so I think I tore it down at least a couple times. Completely. So I got these bigger ones over here, and then this way, there's smaller ones. So these ones are smaller. I was really getting tired at the end, and I wanted variation. So I decided I'd make these ones smaller. It also made it easier to finish because I was procrastinating these trees so hard. And then course, the flowers and the dragons. So, originally, there was going to be more areas, but I am getting worried that if I keep adding more areas and more dragons to this area, um, my game will lag too much. So, I'm going to call that the last area as it sits nicely within the sites of the gazebo, and we're gonna call this area done. So I know that I've been working on this world for it's either been over a year or it's getting really close to a year. I don't know exactly when I first started, but burnout hits quick. Hits quick and it hits hard. Um but I am trying to do everything I can. So I'm going to call all of this area here, everything over here besides the village that's over there, done. We're gonna leave it as is, and this is a world I'm going to look back on and be like, why did I ever think that looked good? um, I don't know exactly what I'm going to do after this series, to be honest, either. So, some building, that's for sure, because that I can't even look at that anymore. It looks mm, I've done better builds, and this is not it. Just day one is when I had a dirt shack and I built this. But there are many things like the shark plushie. But I'm hoping maybe next time that now why did you do that? Why? Why? Oh, it's slabs. I don't know why I build floors with slabs. I don't do it. I don't like doing that anymore. Where's the this? I came in here to grab these, but I don't do that anymore. I don't like it. It looks funky. You can't hang anything from it. I don't like it. Nope. Didn't even do that either. Okay. Given. So now we're going to spend a lot of our time here, and last time I was on, I hatched these dragons over here. So there's this monarch death gripper that I think looks beautiful. We've got this razor with sawtooth, so I like the razor whips. We've got this guy, which is big ol' eyes. He's a bit derpy, but he's albino. And then we have a S'mores nightlight. So lag. My goal is to hopefully add more and more as time goes on. And then I have my derpy dragon statue that I made. I love him. He is awesome looking. He's just a little thing. I spent an hour trying to figure out how to build this, and I I wanted a fountain, but I also wanted a statue, and I was like, what better than a fountain statue? Well, I only had 2 blocks wide to work with. And then I made the wings. And I was like, oh, I should add antlers. And then I add the tail. And the tail has lanterns. The wings have lanterns. And so do the horns, the antlers. And now that's that creation. It looks wonderful, doesn't it? But this time we're gonna get started on adding more stuff here. I think what's gonna end up happening is I'm gonna end up terraforming over here. Oh, my backpack. Anyway, we're gonna end up terraforming. I'm going to level this out and fix it, and then we're gonna finish the farm area. So the barn is done. So all of our animals and the chicken coop is done. This is all done. So I need to add little areas of crops and 3 different houses, one for the farmer, one for the butcher, and one for the shepherd. 3 different people will be working and tending all of the farm area, and I'm ignoring that giant hole that I made at the beginning of the series. But first, that means I have to fix this. I don't want to fix this. I'd rather just leave it and pretend it doesn't exist, but unfortunately, that is not an option, and I don't have enough dirt for this. But first things first, I'm going to add this. I hate buildings that you can see the block beneath those. It makes it not structurally sound, and that bothers me because I always try to make somewhat realism in all of my builds. But I am going to give you this, which is the bane. I hate terraforming. Nature and different themed builds have slowly I've lost my love for them because there's a difference between making one tree and then making hundreds of trees, and once you get to the hundreds of trees parts, you don't want to make trees no more. So I'm going to do this for the next hour. I'm gonna have to go back to get more dirt. But I will see you all when this is completed and I have some framework for one of the houses. Alrighty, so the farmer's house is complete. It's very little. My idea for these houses is that they're going to be kind of two, or maybe one here and another one here, so that they all kind of sit in a circle, but they're going to be very small and very cramped on the inside, as you can tell. Because, well, I don't know, they're a farmer. But also because money goes mostly to the farm and not towards luxury compared to up there. But it's very cute. I got my landscaping done over there. It's not the best landscaping, but it's good enough. But next, I'm gonna build these 2 houses, and I need to build a path all the way to this path to connect it. And then I'm going to do the little parts of different circle areas of different fields for different crops. But yeah, first house, very little, very cute little house. Um, but I'm gonna continue on working. I'll see you when there is lots more progress because oh man, this is gonna take a bit. I'll see you then. Alrighty, I decided to make only two houses since this one has a double bed and is a bit more cramped even, but I think it looks okay for the time. Farmhouses are not very large, or at least the farmhouse I live in is not very large, so I decided to take that as inspiration for the very small houses. But I also finished pathing and made the little crops areas, and then I made the path that goes all the way up to the barn. So it goes all the way up there. Eventually, this might connect over there. I am not for sure, but for right now, it doesn't. Now, for the crops, hold on. I bone mealed them all because I did not want to wait for them to grow. But I am going to fix the fact that this isn't fully. I know water doesn't reach these specific crops, but since there's crops in them, they'll be fine. And the reason why I'm not adding any modded crops or anything is, oh my goodness, where did you come from? Not cool. Not cool at all. Is because, all of these crops can be found in a village where I found them. And apparently this guy likes to be found in a village as well. Scared me. But today, I think we need to add some actual parts of a village, which includes their workstations. So there's 4 of these, and each one is going to get a composter to match the job that goes with. And then we'll also need to get a butcher and a shepherd. Do not quite remember what the butcher requires, but I do know we have some of these up here. I have some things in here that includes, well, there's those, but I'm not gonna need those no more. I thought I had a for the shepherd. I thought I had what they require. Okay. 2 string and 2 pieces of wood. Do I have string on me? I probably don't. Alright. Hold on. Wait. There's a bunch of stuff in here all the time. String! Is there more string? Nope, but that's enough. Okay. Oh. Hold on, I need to sleep really quick. We don't want it to be thunderstorming. Fuck. That would be so very bad. Oh. You know what? I'm just gonna chill in here for a second to make the required stuff. Okay. Oh no. And then what is the requirement for the butcher? Let me see. Wait a minute. Leather worker. That's what it is, not the butcher. Okay. Do I have iron on me? I do not. Whoops. Okay. I need a cauldron for that, but we're gonna go ahead and put this up in the barn. Oh, I'm picking up eggs. So we'll put this over. Oh, there is one in here already. Okay. Put another one like right here. And then we need the cauldron for the leather worker, which means I need iron. I do not know where iron is. Oh, I think a villager escaped the downstairs area. I don't know. I might have freed that one. I'm going to start freeing them slowly. Like these guys. I'm slowly going to kick them out of this. So that the village starts getting populated. That statue looks so funky. No, you're not supposed to come back in. You gotta stay out. You're banned. Stay out. Let's see. I do not have iron here. Wait, nope. That is emeralds and stuff. But no paths are done over here quite yet until I have an idea of where I want things to go. And oh, these guys grew up! Look at those colors! Oh, wow! They're so pretty. I like the monarch specifically. I thought it would be a good idea or a good variant to have one of those because of how monarch fireflies are considered endangered. So they get some representation. I'm just gonna take the stack. And then we're gonna go back and put some cauldrons into the barn. Where's the door? I've confused myself on where doors are. Yippee. Okay. We're gonna put 2 cauldrons right here. We've got our barn cat. We've got the faucet that totally works. And now we've got the supplies for here. I thought I saw a escaped sheep. And now we're gonna get rid of some of these guys to be free. So that they no longer stay in here. I am, however, going to stick some of them all the way down here. If I can get down here fast as possible. To see if they will take up residence over here or if they will not. I don't know if they will, but oh, nope, he's going back. I have a feeling he ain't gonna stay down here. I'll probably need to add, I've noticed that they require the bells, such as the one down here. They require bells, I think, to constitute an area as part of a village, so for right now, I'm just gonna kick them out. They're just gonna be thrown out the door. And that's fine. They don't need to sit here. But oh no you don't. You're out of here. Stay out. Nope. He's gonna come back in. I wonder. Yep, he's back. Darn it. How did... Oh. I feel like he shouldn't have been able to open these doors. No, you wanted out. Go up here. These aren't the brightest creatures, huh? But now, there's people in the post office. Look. They don't know how to work the post office, obviously. They're a little, on the not so smart side. But, yeah, they can be stuck wherever they want. It don't bother me. But now, we've got some villagers roaming. Hopefully, I can keep them in areas. I don't know. I'm hoping they more roam eventually, but this is what we got done. It isn't a lot, but I have been very sick, and I have been taking some time off because I've been struggling a lot. But I appreciate everyone's patience with the fact that I have been sick and that I am struggling. And so this will be the end of this episode. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye!